Yo, it's that time again, On the Street, episode 4. Today's episode is about Earth Day, and who better to talk about Earth Day than an actual environmentalist himself? Come along! Wow!
Hey Isaac.
What's your name?
My name is Ben Thorne.
We have Ben Thorne. Ben Thorne, tell us a tiny bit about yourself.
Well, as it's International Earth Day coming up, I've worked as an environmentalist in the area around Somerset for about 30 years. So I know a little bit about the environment and what we can do to mess it up and what we can do to fix it.
Brilliant. Now what are we going to do?
Let's go and talk to some people about it.
No. No. No, you go, let's infiltrate. And what are we going to do about that, Ben?
Let's infiltrate. All right.
Do you know what International Earth Day is?
I don't. I think every day is International Earth Day. I think we should all love the Earth.
Not really, no.
No. Not actually. No.
I'd assume it's about the environment.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it.
So it's just like, it happens every year. 192 countries are involved. About 1 billion people get involved with it. It's all about raising awareness. This year, particular campaign is about plastics and fast fashion.
Do you think Earth Day is important?
Yeah, it's quite important because we're wasting a lot of materials at the minute, like in the world, and you see a lot of like rubbish going in the bins and overflowing bins. So something needs to be done about it.
Yeah, we need to celebrate it.
Because you gotta raise awareness for it because we only have a certain amount of things to use. And if we keep throwing it away instantly, then it's just not sustainable.
We should always respect the earth, but maybe a reminder is good. Like Mother's Day, you should love your mother every day, but a little reminder to like buy her a gift is good, you know. So I'll get the earth some perfume, you know, buy it some flowers, something like that, you know.
What do you see as some of the long-term problems?
Like pollution in the oceans and like ruining the environment.
Wars, maybe, pollution and stuff, the climate change.
Probably just like the landfill sites just getting out of hand and just everything getting basically like incinerated too much, just sending everything into the atmosphere.
Global warming and all that stuff is going on because of our fault, whatever we are doing these days.
I don't think it's that much to do with the average person, but I think it's mainly to do with the big, rich businesses.
Do you think humans have done a good job at looking after the Earth?
I think humans are doing what they can. I think we've gone a bit over the top with wanting money. So what's happened, we've now created technologies which we cannot turn off.
I think we're trying, but they're going the wrong way about it. They're just kind of using it as publicity instead of actually doing it, which is the problem.
No, not very good.
Not massively.
I would probably say that some individuals are actually trying, whereas some are more ignorant about it.
Oh yeah, I try,
So,
but
really,
there's definitely people out there.
as a whole, you can't really say as a whole, you have to sort of be more individual about it.
Probably not. I don't think so. I think everybody's too wasteful with stuff. Like we wishy-washy, just buy things, throw it away, and then constantly, and then like stuff with like one-use plastics as well.
What do you think is at the root of these problems?
It's human nature, I think, to be selfish, just from like a survival perspective. Back in the day, you know, if you see someone getting eaten by a lion, it's just, you know, you don't want anything to do with it, so you're just gonna leave and ignore it.
Well, when people are godless, then they try and fill that God-shaped hole with money. They try and fill it with more cars, more pleasure, more women, more flights, and these things will eventually destroy the planet.
As the time is passing, we are becoming more selfish about the things which is like more temporary. We are more selfish about those things. We are not thinking, we forget what is eternal.
Also because it's not their like property, they probably not caring about it as much as they would if it was in their home. Like you wouldn't just drop like wrapping or anything on your floor in your own house or anything like that.
Definitely seen that. Yeah.
We're selfish as like a species. I think it's just kind of embedded.
I'm not sure. It's just about trying to get as many people as possible doing it because, you know, you have like one person doing one thing good and then you'll have 2, 3, 4 people doing stuff that just reverses it and sends it further back.
Definitely not that simple because there's so much, it's so saturated, all the different debates. I think people would rather not believe anything than choose to believe something.
Jesus is the answer. Jesus is king of everything, man.
Yeah, you're right. We have to change by God help, you know. He is the one who created everything, and we are the one who destroying everything each day. So I think somehow we need to ask the help from the Creator.
Because there's so much on it, people are just getting overwhelmed with the information and just choose to ignore
I
it.
don't know how you tackle it because it comes from within. They just a bit of laziness, so I don't know how you drill it into them.
So can I tell you guys what I think, how we can fix the problem? Whether you believe in God or not, I don't know where you are, Sam, with God. I'm not making any assumptions here, but what God says, he says, if you believe in me and put your trust in me, I will fix you on the inside, right? I'll give you a new heart and a new spirit. That's what he says. And what he'll do, he'll fix the greed and he'll fix the selfishness. And what he'll do is he'll put in a concern for the environment and a concern for other people. What do you think? Do you think that's like you're barking mad? You're crazy? What do you think of that?
Oh, I think religion is a completely different subject. I think if you were to bring religion into climate change, it would be even more impossible debate, I think.
And the reason like he's saying that is because obviously we've discussed on just paper, it's like, oh, this is a science thing, this is a faith thing. But as we've kind of worked out from speaking to people, it's a heart issue. It's a human selfish issue, and it's not a science issue. That's why God comes into the equation, because we're saying if people are agreeing that humans are inherently selfish, and we're coming here and saying there's an answer for that, that's how the two link. Does that make sense? It's that time again in the video, guys. It's the end of it. But we had an amazing time doing street interviews on International Earth Day. Ben, what did you think of it?
Isaac, I loved it. I did love it. It was what I really learned is that people, when you talk to them, they are concerned. And when you really dig into the issue as to why things are so messed up, why is the earth so messed up, they all admit it's because we're messed up, right? Mm-hmm. They admit it's because we're selfish, because we're greedy, and the problem is not with the earth, the problem is with us. And so where we kind of got to with people was really, how do we fix not the earth, how do we fix us if we're the problem? And that was where it got a bit, bit of pushback at times, because not everyone obviously agreed with us. But we know that no matter what we try and do to fix the earth, no matter how many good policies and practices we have, unless we fix the human condition that is broken, it's not going to work. Mm-hmm. And the only way is the gospel, is if we follow Jesus, if we actually say, God, it's got to be your way, I give my life to you, and change my heart, fix me on the inside, and that will sort everything out. And so when God says a promise, he says, if you turn to me and if you humble yourself before me, it's a promise, I will come and I will heal your land. Mm-hmm. And getting that message across is difficult, because as soon as you start talking about God, people say, no, you can't talk about God and the climate or the earth in the same breath, but we have to. Mm-hmm. And that's what we learned today.
Yep. Obviously, guys, make sure to like, subscribe, share with everyone, but not because we want the clout, but because it helps us out. Anyway, guys, have a wonderful evening, afternoon, day. I don't know what time it is for you, but have a wonderful time doing whatever you're doing. This is Living Light Southwest, signing off. There we go.